Sabir Jameel just cleared PMP and he's over 50th certified PMP of 2022.
I would have not been able to clear the exam if Amir Ali would have not been there. I would have not been.
I did not believe that I will be able to clear my PMP within a month.
I don't know what to say actually. Like I'm kind of like really
And I
trembling.
got my results and I was above target in all three categories.
Wow. First of all, congratulations from the entire PMI community. From you are getting congratulations from everywhere. So once
Thank you
again,
very much.
from my side, that you did PMP with all about target. And doing PMP in a scenario in which you did, there were so many variables, but you did it. You proved it to yourself. Yes, with dedication, you can do it. And sir, you have a banner with your, or you have one more badge that I would like to share. You are 50th 50 certified PMP of 2020. So thank you very much
Yes.
for that. Sir, it's your journey. You can share it in any way you like. Please go ahead.
First of all, thank you very much, Mr. Amir, for coaching me and guiding me to this success. Otherwise, I don't know that maybe I would have dropped somewhere in between. Um, Actually, the journey starts way back in beyond 2009 or somewhere because I started somehow and could not achieve. And till now, I was struggling. I was having book, I was having PMI membership, but I was struggling to get this. But Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, when I approached you in December, I believe that was around 10th or 11th of December when when we had a first discussion. And since then, today is 10th of February. So exactly in 2 months time.
But sir, it was not 2 months. I would have to somehow disagree with multiple things. There were
Yeah.
multiple factors. Just to put in the context, he got COVID.
Yes,
So
exactly.
I guess it was the first week of January, sir, or
First week
last
of January, full 10 days I got.
Yeah,
Uh,
so he got COVID. I asked him like, "Where are you? What is happening?" And he said, "Sir, I'm extremely sorry that I have to delay multiple things." I said, "What happens?" Then he said that, "Sir, I have got COVID." I said, okay, so I gave him full space. That is not my style, but I did give him full space, and I let him relaxed, and that basically moved us back to the scare one. But we started very hard, and he said to me, "Sir, I want to clear PMP in February first week or second week." I said, "Let's do it." And here we are, certified PMPs. So
thank
Sabir
you.
sir, you are in which city, in which country?
I'm in Qatar.
In Qatar. So how was the center, first of all?
Center was okay.
Hmm.
I won't rate this center as a very hi-fi center, but it was good center anyhow. Quite good space for a person to. But seating arrangement was not comfortable. I was not comfortable in the whole 3 hours. It was quite difficult for me to accommodate that space. But overall, it was a good atmosphere. Atmosphere was good, and they were following all the rules, regulation which have been provided by the examiners. So that they were following everything by book. Other than that,
Okay, okay.
yeah.
Tell me about your time management when you went there and those things that are very important things.
First of all, actually, I called them around. My test was scheduled for 2 p.m.
Mhm.
and I called them around 11:30, and I asked them if I can. What is the scenario? What is the situation? So they told me that yes, you can come at 1 p.m. also.
Okay.
Because I wanted to make it a little early, so I went there at
Yeah,
around
yeah.
1 p.m.
While we were booking exam, you were also trying to look something at 1 p.m. because you had a breakfast at that time. I still remember you have breakfast at 10, 11, and you want to
Yes,
have nearly at 12
nearly
or
at that.
yeah,
Yes.
nearly 12 at 1 p.m.
At
Okay.
that time,
Okay.
I still
So then,
Uh, when I went there, so it was just they asked me to wait because I went there around 10 minutes early.
hmm,
So I reached there 10 minutes early, so they asked me to wait for the by around one. When they called me, they just uh, briefed me a little bit about this, some signatures and all this verifications that they did, and then within 5 minutes they showed me my location, and I had to sit. I was sitting and starting my examination. Then in that first 10 minutes, I fully utilized, as you said, to
Hmm?
see how the screen is. But again, I could not familiarize myself how the questions were basically, because there was a little bit 1 2 minutes I wasted when my real exam started,
Mhm.
in understanding the
Why,
atmosphere
sir?
where the clock is. Huh?
Why? The purpose? Why you wasted like that time? What was the
Uh,
reason?
Actually, I cannot explain this. What could be the reason? But the fact is that uh, they had. I was familiarized with the overall atmosphere, or
Mhm.
maybe I could not grasp it at that time. But just understanding the question, where is the question written? All of a sudden, it was a totally different screen in front of me. If
Okay.
uh, if I'm not if I'm not mistaken, all of a sudden, just 10 minutes finished. All of a sudden, the screen changed, and in
Mhm.
order to do that, the
So,
first two questions were a little bit tricky in a sense that I was
ah,
trying to, in order to align with the sequence that we do, basically, that first read the question, then go for the answers, and then go for the description of the question, basically. So
okay.
in that way, when I was doing it. So in first two question, I got it a little bit. It was a little because I was doing it first time. So that where I got a little confused, and where 1 or 2 minutes I lost. So this
Mhm.
I could not catch up in the first session. But anyhow, the first session that I that consumed around 145 minutes were remaining when I
So
completed first six.
85, actually 85 minutes you used. And that
It
was okay.
5 minutes extra. I used, yeah.
85 minutes because our agreement
Mm.
was to get like in 80 minutes, and if you did it in 85 minutes, so that makes
Yes.
sense. That is
Yes.
okay. Then,
The second set was again I utilized fully 75 minutes.
hmm,
Approximately, let's say 150 minutes are remaining, so I utilized 75 minutes. But in the last session, I was mm, quite not confident because only 72 minutes were remaining for me in the last
that
session.
was
But
that was more than enough. That was more
yes,
than
and
enough.
that's what. And when I was about to finish the exam, last five questions were there. When I saw it, so I was having quite, let's say, 10 minutes.
Hmm.
When last five questions were there,
Mhm.
so I was able to review. In the system, I was having a problem there that I was not when I from my side I clicked an option and I put the next. Okay, but what happened there on the system? They it was not the dot was not coming immediately on the answer. When I
Okay.
see the review sheet, just I was having a casual look on the review sheet, and I pressed the next because also of the opinion we should not go and review the question. So I pressed the skip the review, but there is a message came that you have incomplete answers. That was something for me, and that was the time when last 3 minutes were there. I immediately
Mhm.
saw those which are the incomplete answers. When I saw those questions, so immediately I saw these are the answers. Basically, when I clicked the answer and I next, so immediately I put those answers and all the papers were solved.
Mhm.
Alhamdulillah. This is how the full time management of the paper was.
Okay, that's a good thing. At least you are able to manage the time in a
Yeah,
proper and a positive way. And that was the requirement that we were looking for, that you must
exactly.
be able to manage that thing. Okay, now let's talk about a little bit more of exam.
Yeah.
So, any formula question?
Totally no formula question.
Okay, any critical
There is
path?
no critical path, no critical path. Just there were two questions regarding cost variance and regarding some information regarding what will be the trend, what is the trend, what do you think of this schedule, what will be the statement correct. So like this, there were total, if I'm not mistaken, the total three questions. Let's say one
Mhm.
question in one session,
Okay,
not more than that.
not more than that. Okay,
Yeah.
what about which area was most targeted in the exam?
Teams, Sorry, first of all, first if I'm rating it, first was agile
Hmm?
in agile practices. Second was team,
Hmm?
especially related to agile.
Hmm?
Then, if I'm not mistaken, I would rate the third was regarding risks
Hmm?
and stakeholders equally.
Hmm? Hmm?
So this is how I can divide it. The first is agile practices, then team in uh, adaptive and hybrid environment, agile environment, all these environment team questions were there. And similarly, risk was there. Some few scenario questions were there. Scenario questions,
Hmm?
obviously, regarding the team issues, conflict management, and all those. The scenario questions, a lot of scenario questions were there.
Okay. Okay. So, uh, anything that was not covered in our material came in the exam.
I believe there were only a few questions which I one or two questions maybe out of the full exam which I could
Hmm.
not grasp. That I Other than that, there were whole
Which
exam
sort?
I was
Like,
able.
I basically what I'm targeting to understand, maybe like
Yeah,
initially in December we did not had that sun model.
yeah,
So in our material, so I made a video of the sun model. So were there
yes.
anything that
No,
that was not
no,
everything?
nothing related to sun model. It was all the exam was covered basically. All the exam was covered, and most importantly, the thing was that the last discussion that we had for the preparation of the exam. So all
The
the things
last
which
day call.
you
The last
no,
day call.
not the last day call. Before that, we I'm talking about. Before that, you asked me the process and the people. Basically, that is the major domain where you have to work on, and that
People domain.
people domain is the main thing that gives strength to the test. I think slowly, they are moving towards more of the people, team, environment, and situation handling. That's it. This is what we can say is the 80% of the exam at the moment.
Okay, okay, that's a good thing to know. And how relevant our mocks were, those six people process and the full mocks, and which of them were more relevant to the exam?
Mm, Actually, it is a bit difficult to say that which of them are more relevant to the exam, but I can say that while doing those mocks and exams which I did, uh, even in the exam, few questions I was able to correlate the statements. Even it is quite similar to what
Okay,
was there.
okay. So you basically,
Siri.
basically you are able to correlate that with that. That something
Yes,
was,
exactly.
yeah, okay. So exam, this means our mocks are very relevant because this is one
Yes,
of the most
exactly.
important thing I'm interested when I am recording anyone's journey, how relevant our mocks are. Because the more relevant the mocks are, it means we are doing, uh, we need keep on using that mock. If our mocks become less relevant, we need more data for that thing. Okay.
That's
What
true.
else can be helpful for the PMP aspirants?
Main thing is just my suggestion to all the PMP aspirants: make your decision and get it done with.
Hmm.
If
Make your decision and get it done. Okay, Sabir Saab, a very important and interesting question. How
Yeah,
important the root cause analysis was?
honestly speaking, the root cause analysis gave a lot of benefit, because without root cause analysis, I don't think so that there was anything that I could have done. Again and again, if I see the questions, I did some mocks,
Yeah.
one or two set of questions without doing RCA, root cause analysis. When I compared those, so again, whatever I was thinking that it is correct, that was wrong, and I was doing the same mistake again and again without doing RCA.
Hmm.
So this is where RCA is basically tool that gets you that where you are, uh, where you have to be correct yourself. So
Yeah,
this
that
is
is one.
very, very important.
Yeah, that is the purpose of basically RCN, that you don't make the same mistake. You don't keep on reinventing the wheel and live in the past. That is one of the purpose of RC, and I am happy that we
Exactly.
were able to do that. That's an interesting thing to work on. Okay, so those last day material that I gave you, how effective that was.
Last day material, it was just a refresher of all the course, and other than that, it was not that much helpful. The helpful thing was the mocks and the RCA that we did all the way from the previous our previous journey. That was the main thing that we did, because last day only you can revise, and the paper, and when you are going for the paper, you just leave everything. You have to be focused on this paper itself, and there is no time. The paper does not give you any time to just think of something else. You are just 100% focused. One thing about the test time management is that I forgot to include in that there are 10 minutes breaks.
Yeah, yeah.
I really did not wasted my time. I really did not left that time, and I utilized it fully for relaxing and then going to the next set of questions. Those
That's an
10 minutes,
important.
even that was very, very important thing, and that was a good suggestion that you asked me to take a little sip of water and
Mm,
deep breathing exercise. That was a very wonderful tool to utilize.
that's an important thing. Okay. So, being said that, what is your final advice for PMP aspirant?
My final advice to PMP aspirant is that just target, make make a project of yourself and get it approved by Mr. Amir Ali.
Thank you for saying that. Working on and consistently, yeah. One interesting question that I would like to ask you: how effective the follow-up was?
Wonderful. Even in some cases, I was trying to not to answer, but I knew that if I don't answer, that I it is myself who will be losing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
And I
even
really
if,
appreciate that. Honestly, I
yeah,
really appreciate that follow up.
even yeah, even if you don't answer, this guy is not gonna leave me. I have to reply him anyhow.
Yeah,
So it's better to get it done with and to reply him.
yeah.
Thank you, Sabir Saab. And now you know my mantra of life. You have just started the road, and one of my, I would say, one of my best certified PMPs, Usman is saying, congratulations. You also have.
Thank you very much.
Just
Thank
like
you very much.
Usman did for his group, you have 25 students in your group. You know that.
Each one teach one.
Each one teach one. I
Yeah.
want you to be the lightning rod of that batch one, and our second batch is starting tomorrow. That is also houseful. So batch one was houseful, and I want it from you. You do what I do. Maybe what Usman does. He basically on Sunday, your Friday is off, so maybe you do that. Have a class with them, have a session with them, and maybe get together where you share your experience with them. I will be calling you in the coaching call when we
Definitely.
have. Okay,
Yeah.
I will be calling you for the coaching call so that you can share your experience with them. Maybe we'll have next on Monday. And in addition to that, I want you to push them.
Definitely. Definitely. We'll do that.
I put it publicly everywhere. My biggest asset is not my YouTube channel, my YouTube videos, my mocks, myself. My biggest asset is my certified PMPs.
That's true.
Other people, when they're certified PMP, become journey ends, end of story. Not with me. I'm gonna add you into another group that is also certified PMPs group. So what I want is that at least half of them push them. It works on a Pareto. You can only help 80% of them to succeed. Other need a lot of more effort. Oh, I will do that. But each
Definitely.
one, like keep pushing them, keep getting them, and many of them will follow you. Many of them are doing very good job. So Whoever reaches you, do help them. And
And
secondly, it has been a tough journey for you, my friend, with the COVID hitting, and I am pushing, especially in the last 7 days. Get some air. Tomorrow is a holiday. Maybe go to some good restaurant, enjoy with your family, because that is also important that
you,
you. Uh,
I would say here, you did a bullseye here, because just at the right spot, the last moment of my bullseye.
that is important. Now that is very important. You see,
That's true.
if you don't celebrate, today I am taking my day off, you will not see a lot of things from me on LinkedIn everywhere. I am off, I am watching movies, I have a badge tomorrow, so I'm just relaxing. You need to do that.
That's true.
High energy, then relax. High energy, then relax. So I want that, I would request the same to you, that enjoy with it, and it's just a start of journey. Once
Yes.
again, congratulations on becoming certified PMP, and best of luck for futures. Assalamu
Thank you
alaikum.
very much. Thank you very much. Walaikum
I would
salam.
not been able to clear the exam if Amer Ali would have not been there. I would have not been.